Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. I'm Amber Rose, also known as the Religious Hippie. You can basically follow me on any social media platform, just type in the Religious Hippie and you will find me. So today we're going to be talking about 5 of my biggest pet peeves as a Catholic, and obviously I have my co-host St. Francis mug in the background. However, my dad was so nice, he ended up getting me a Dunkin' Donuts. So we're going to be co-hosting with this thing. Okay. So I've narrowed it down to 5 of my biggest pet peeves because I have quite a few, but these are like the biggest ones I deal with. So yeah, let's just get into it. My first pet peeve is when people receive the Eucharist in the hand. People have disagreed with me on this topic time and time again, especially now with COVID going around. People have disagreed with me on this multiple times. However, argue with me all you want. I will never change my mind about this. I believe that the Eucharist is truly Jesus Christ, and he does not deserve to be manhandled by dirty little hands and potentially swiped onto the floor. Not to mention, when people receive the Eucharist in the hand, it lessens the respect and the reverence for the Eucharist. I could go on and on about the horrendous things I have seen when people receive the Eucharist in the hand. I have seen people treat him like a piece of popcorn and just pop it into their mouths like they're at the movie theater. I've seen people stuff him in their pockets for later. I have seen the Holy Eucharist dropped, stepped on, and then swept up into a dustpan. Not to mention that this makes it 100% easier for Satanists to steal the Eucharist, and you don't even want to begin to know what they do to it. Obviously, I am very strongly opinionated about this because this is Jesus Christ we're talking about. And I do believe that receiving the Eucharist in your hand is a form of Eucharistic abuse. And I made a whole video about it, and I have stuff backing it up from Jewish tradition, biblical responses, everything like that, you know, from the early church fathers. So I will link that below. But that is one of my biggest pet peeves. Okay, number 2. So the second pet peeve I have is being told what I believe by non-Catholics. I'm sure every Catholic has experienced this at least once in their lifetime, and honestly, it's pretty annoying. I think the most common thing I get is when people tell me I worship Mary or I worship statues, blah blah this, blah blah that, and I actually explain to them why we don't, and I back it up with biblical references and everything like that and early church father teachings, and it's obvious that they have lost the argument, but instead of just accepting it and being like, oh cool, sorry, I was wrong, thanks for letting me know, you wanna know what they do?
I don't care what you say, you worship statues anyway.
And unfortunately, that's because they're closed-minded. I'm sorry, but if you're not looking to actually learn about my faith or have an open, civil, productive conversation, don't DM me, because it's a lose-lose situation, and I've already discussed that in my How to Deal with Hate from Non-Catholics video, which I will also link below. Okay, number 3. This one might be a little nitpicky to some, but for some reason it really bugs me, and that's when people say when their dead loved ones are now angels. God created angels and he created humans. Now it's true that angels and human souls are both immortal, which means they last forever. However, they are different. Humans do not become angels when they go to heaven. If you make it to heaven, you are deemed a saint. You know, actually, now that I think about it, there is this movie that actually talks about, you know, how when you go to heaven, you turn into an angel, and that's a wonderful life. And I love this movie. I truly do think it's a great movie. However, I hate the fact that they mention that because it's so inaccurate. Now, I know that this is pretty nitpicky, and I'm not trying to be nitpicky, but it's honestly just something that's really bothered me for a really long time. And I think one of the reasons why it bothers me so much is because people put this unrealistic idea into people's minds that they become angels when they get to heaven, which is totally inaccurate and untruthful. And it's kind of just one of those things where I'm like, don't spread lies kind of thing. Like, if they make it to heaven, they're a saint. Like, that's pretty awesome, you know, but they're not angels. So I don't know, that's just my own little pet peeve, I guess. Okay, number 4 of my pet peeves is when people talk, chew gum, drink, or eat while in church. There is a time and a place to eat and drink, such as potlucks, in your car, outside of the church, but not in the church. In general, it's just so disrespectful. This is God's house. This isn't a friend's house. This isn't a restaurant. This isn't anything like that. The church is meant to be heaven on earth. Leave the food and the drinks in the car. You don't need them. It's an hour. Offer it up. You will survive. And if you're doing it for kids, I don't know, maybe feed them before church. And if your kids are of age, teach them about fasting. I have literally seen people sit in adoration in the physical presence of Jesus Christ, and they're eating Cheetos or drinking soda. And I'm sitting there just like, do you have no respect for who you are literally sitting in front of right now? So disrespectful. You wouldn't do that to the Queen of England. You wouldn't chew gum right in front of her. You wouldn't go like, nah, 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 with your gum or your Cheetos or your soda. Why would you do it to God? Like, that doesn't make any sense to me. I get fired up pretty fast. Point is, drinks, food, gum, chit-chatting, it has no place in front of the Holy Eucharist. Okay, and my last one, which is number 5, which I actually kind of find this one pretty hilarious, but it bugs me a lot. And that's when people cut you off in the communion line. There is order into the way you go up and receive communion. It's not a free-for-all. There is an order. It's usually 1 or 2 pews at a time, always starting with the ones in front. You know, in my old Norvis Ordo parish, I was getting up to go receive communion, but I stepped out of my pew to block the line for a little old lady who was in front of me trying to get out of her pew. And this guy literally came up behind me, grabbed me by the shoulders, basically threw me back into my pew, and almost ran over this little old lady who was just trying to get out of her pew. I was just like, dude, are you seriously in that much of a hurry that you cannot wait like 5 seconds for this poor lady to just get in line? It blows my mind how impatient some people can be. I shouldn't have to block the communion line to make sure that little old ladies don't get ran over by these guys who just want to get up front. Like, chill out. Wait a few minutes. Wait for people to get out of their pews. Honestly, something I've also noticed though is people who do that, they tend to leave Mass early. And if you're one of those people who continuously show up to Mass late or leave early, you need to examine your conscience and go to confession, because that's not right. Accidents happen all the time. You can be late to Mass unexpectedly, it happens, but when it's a continuous thing, you need to adjust your schedule to attend Mass on time. You shouldn't be late and you shouldn't leave early. You stay until the last song. Sometimes the priest walks off before the last song is finished. You stay. And this isn't to bash, this is to inform. I know a lot of times I sound super serious and I sound like I'm bashing people. I'm not. This is just like my serious voice. But I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I used to leave Mass early before the last song to avoid talking to certain people. I actually did that because I was more concerned with people around me than I was with God. And that was wrong, and I don't do that anymore. If these people approach me, I offer it up. So what? They're people. They are just people. But I am in the presence of God, and He is more important than anyone around me. Anyway, overall, those are basically my 5 biggest pet peeves. And let me know what your guys' pet peeves are below, because I'm sure you guys have many as well. And I might make a part 2 to this, because I have a lot. So with all of that being said, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, night, afternoon, whenever you're watching this, 2 a.m. in the morning. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!